All right. Back up and running. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, we're just going to roll with it. Ash Bay. And fuck. I'll play with it later, Ashby. Let's just roll with it. I,
Man,
it's a learning experience. It'll teach me how to turn this off.
what do
But
you think we're doing different here? I don't know. It's weird.
well, it automatically shifted to that yesterday when you came on, so I don't know why that happened like that, but
Yeah, that's weird. My screw up from yesterday carries on to today.
it's all good, man. It's still gonna be a
Ah,
good one. Who when I'm gonna put up the poll because I got polls ready and everything, but who saw my video I just put up like 13 minutes ago?
I did. I guess I
What'd
better
you,
do this proper, hey?
what'd you think of that? What'd you think of my video there, Ashby?
I liked it. I because you're not a wing it type of guy, so we got you a little bit out of your element right now, and I like it because I go into this generally pretty underprepared. So you're gonna get a little taste of what it's like to be Ashby for a day.
Mm-mm. Nope. That's not at all what I did here. I did this to prove to anyone that no matter how underprepared you feel, you can still show up.
And
So,
that's I'm glad you're making a point of that. And I'm living proof of that every day. So I don't necessarily think that I was the one that needed that, but it can be done.
exactly.
How was
Okay.
your day at work today, bud? You look nice today.
I got dressed up for you guys, hey?
Yeah, you look good.
No, I
But
didn't.
was it a hell of a day, or just a kind of weaning into it, or did you dive right back into the shitstorm?
Well, Heather asked me the same question because I popped into her live and she said, well, how did I put it? I put it like it was a cold splash of water on the face for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but wh- I got through it. And to be honest with you, I sent a message over to Jenna today because she asked me how things were going. And I was like, you know what? 8 hours seems pretty short, actually.
Yeah, no, and I haven't worked an 8 hour day in since 2003, so it's been a while. But I feel like that would be nice.
You know what the perfect time is right now? To remind people about the poll. So
Get
let's
after
just
that
go up
poll.
there. The poll is brought to you today by the one, the only Courtney, because she's the one that made the recommendation on the topics for today. So the poll will get us started. So we got to get to 1,000 likes. So you guys better start smashing that screen. You can smash itty bitty Ashby over here. That's a handle that should stick. Itty bitty Ashby.
It's hard. I can't even see myself. I'm so small there. I hope everybody else sees me that small, and it doesn't. It just gives me an advantage.
Like if you had your hat on right now, we wouldn't see anything but teeth and straw.
That's right. Just yeah, eyes and teeth.
That's it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's keep smashing that like button. You look like business, Scott. Oh, I'm all business today.
Hell yeah, business Scott in the building today, folks. Ian says from sun hat to no hat. You're damn right, but I got a whole lot of gray hair and I just let it fucking ride once in a while, you know. Lean into it, Mike says.
I trust you won't run out of stuff to talk about, says Tamara. Well, we're gonna do our best. Keep smashing those likes. Answer the poll question. We're gonna get started here right away. How was your day, Ashby?
My day was productive today. I got a ton of stuff done, honestly. I'm working on a bit of a mini course, and I think by tonight at about midnight or 1, then I'm going to be done it all,
Atta boy.
barring any unforeseen setbacks.
Ooh,
So,
Courtney. Courtney, I came a long way with the problem last night. Now it's messaging. Well,
damn,
because of
Courtney,
your
I love it.
request, we're going to be talking about both those things tonight. So thank you for the seamless transition. We are going to be talking about, Courtney requested we pull out a couple of the topics that we talked about the other day, the two being the problem you solve and mastering your message. So we're going to talk about that in greater detail tonight. They're very interwoven. Like they are very closely related. Without knowing the problem you solve, you're not going to get your message right. And if you don't get your message right, no one's going to know what the problem is that you solve. So, very, very closely connected steps in everything that we were talking about. But before we go, when I popped into Heather's live, she brought up a really good question for me. And so I'm going to put it out there to everyone that's in here, the 8 people that are in the room right now that have almost got us to 1,000 likes. Oh,
There
yeah.
it is.
Thank you. Um, so Heather asked, you know what? Like, you guys should be asking for testimonials. So if you guys love what we're doing here, if you love the live cast, if you love the community we're starting to build, and you guys are willing to kind of give us a bit of a testimonial, we absolutely will accept them. I don't know exactly how we do that just yet. I don't know if it's just, post something here on TikTok that you're okay with us pulling off using SnapTick. If you guys don't know that trick, just go to SnapTick. You take the link from any video on TikTok and it'll download it watermark free. So just a heads up on that one. But if you guys are happy to share a testimonial with us with your experience here, a good one preferably, let us know.
Yeah, and with that being said too, I just want to say that like that's don't do it out of obligation. Don't ever feel like it's necessary. It's something that helps us out a tremendous amount, but that's not what this is about. It's about helping y'all out, you know?
Absolutely. Okay, so in the comments here, real quick, I came a long way with the problem last night. We talked about that. Yes, same here.
That's exciting, Courtney. That's I'm happy to hear that. And if you ever need to, we were going back and forth the other day, but message or whatever anytime.
Yeah,
I love chatting these things out.
Mel's saying she's come a long way as well. She
She
said, yes,
absolutely has. She's gonna blow some minds. But I'm telling you, I had a good convo with Mel the other day, and I am so fired up for her. She's gonna do wonderful things.
you know what? It's funny because both of these two, Courtney and Mel, you can see the energy just picking up with them too.
For
It feels
sure.
like
You
the
should hear
other
her on the
night.
phone, man. Like we're just cutting each other off constantly. Like we're the brain's just going full bore, and you absolutely can sense the fire. I love it. I can feel it.
That's, that's awesome. They're getting to the top of the mountain where everything opens up.
Yep, that's right. And they're gonna be looking down on me if I don't get back to work here tonight. So I can't let these girls just take off on me.
Okay, well let's get rolling here. So a
Yes,
couple
sir.
other things too, like in Heather's live there that I just popped into. She said some things that like I just wanted to share with the group because I think like it just it kind of warmed me up inside to hear her actually say them. And I just kind of said she kind of mentioned that the lives have been very helpful for her, and I just kind of asked her, can you give me a few bullet points? And I actually asked Courtney the same thing today, and she kind of it was a Monday. She wasn't prepared for so many questions. So, but Heather gave me some responses, and I just wanted to share some of the responses because um, the question I asked her was something like, "Can you give me a few bullet points on why it's been such a good experience for you?" kind of thing. Paraphrasing the question I asked her. She was like, "The sense of community." So we talk about it all the time, and again, you can't overstate it, but the community we're building here, everyone's getting tighter and tighter knit every day. Every time we get on here, you hear about this person supporting that person on their live. You see the comments on everyone's posts. You can see the relationships getting even more tighter knit, and that's fantastic.
I
Um,
love it. I absolutely love seeing what's been going on in this space the last little while. It's incredible. Like every time anybody's going live, it's in there and I'm smashing that screen and like I really dig it, man. This community's been I thought it would take us a lot longer to get here and we're not here. We're building every single day, but I love it. I love where this is going.
Absolutely. And that's kind of like the idea on the testimonials. Let's share them out and get more people in here so they can get a a taste for this. So the other thing that I really liked what I heard her say, and Heather, if I get anything wrong, please jump all over me in the comment section. But she said the realization that it doesn't need to be complicated. That's another common thread we've been talking about on this live cast over and over again. It does not need to be complicated. You just need to make a decision and move forward. And that was kind of the third thing she brought up, was just choose something and go.
Yes.
And just move forward. And when you were saying that, Heather, something that kind of clicked in my head was choose something and move forward, because it's more about the process than it is about the actual item that you're selecting. You're trying to learn the process so that you can replicate it over and over and over and over again should you choose. Say you figure out what you want to do today. You spend the next 12 to 18 months working on that, or whatever time frame you choose, and you decide, you know what, this has been a great run. I think I'm going to pivot. I'm going to start all over because I have an interest over here. You've already done it once. You just do the same steps all over again.
That's right. See, and we've referred to it before, Scott, as just kind of like the recipe that you can essentially apply to whatever it is you choose, right?
Yep, exactly. So that was really great to hear. Go ahead.
On that note, so I was on Heather's live and I must have just missed you, but she just she makes it look so fucking effortless. She can sit there by herself and just go. As long as there's no creeps jumping in her comments and stuff, then she just rolls, it's so organic and natural for her. And on sidebar, you missed some really good hair tips that she had as well before you jumped in there. So that's...
she made a mention of that, but I think she's very territorial because she said the hair tips stay on my lives, not yours, Scott.
Oh, okay.
So I got to respect.
I get that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we talked a little bit about branding, and she said she kind of had some aha moments with the thing that made me real proud. She's like, it's really just, it's how you want people to feel about you. I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. It's the emotional element.
Yes. And we talked about this in branding, right? That was probably the biggest emphasis we had throughout personal branding.
Yep, exactly. So we'll jump through the comments here before we jump into kind of the rest of the topics here. But what do we got here? Yes, sir, I'll do that for you both. I freaking love everyone in our community. That's from the one, the only, No BS Marketing with Mel. Heather got to 10K likes. Heather got to 10K likes. Nice.
I know. I was responsible for a few of them. I was working.
That's awesome. And then Gerald says it's not a destination, it's the journey. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Yes. Heather, maybe just in the comments below, just let me know if that was a fair representation of our conversation or if I got it wrong. Okay. Should we move into it?
Absolutely. Whenever you're ready, sir.
So again, 13 minutes, like I had 14 minutes, but I decided I was going to have a little fun with this, and I made that video and posted that and then took time away from myself. And I had enough time to give us the poll question. And it was interesting, the poll question, because it was an overwhelming amount that said that they feel like they're pretty good with the problem they solve. So if you think about this, I think the point I really want to focus on with the poll this morning or this evening is look how far you guys have come in, call it, let's say a week. A week ago, if I asked you guys, what is the problem that you solve? Would you guys have been able to answer the question, do you think? Or do you think you would have even answered the poll the same way? Probably not. Like, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. A week ago, if I asked that same poll question, would you have answered it the same way? If it's a yes, thumbs up. If it's a no, thumbs down. Okay. And so that just, again, like the other night when I went on my rant and I'm like, it's only been 2 weeks. Like I posted that clip this morning and I was just giggling my ass off while I watched it again. But it can happen so quick if you're willing to just not get caught up in the perfectionism or, overthinking things in your head and just move through it, figure out the process, touch every step of the process and just keep moving forward.
That's probably been the biggest shocker for me, is once I've found a way to just dumb it all down and keep it simple. Like Mike brought me down to a level of understanding that I couldn't believe how guilty I was of just like really truly overthinking the hell out of everything that I was doing, every step of every process of everything, you know?
Well, like I told you guys in the beginning, like I spent 3+ hours just looking at a domain name. That is
Yeah.
so irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, because tomorrow I could decide I like a different name because someone said something that I just thought was catchy, and I'm spending another $12 to $70 on a new domain and switching
Yeah.
everything up.
That's right. And
So
then like you did present an opportunity for somebody here if they were open to it. The VSL opportunities would be open and available because Scott's not very good at doing them. So he was on the market for one not long ago, and I'm sure he would have paid for some help to make his way through that. So there's an idea.
absolutely. You got it all right on, Scott, especially the hair tips. They are all for me, says Heather. Um, everyone's laughing with Heather. That's a hit. Um, so freaking grateful for everyone and also who came on and shared the love on my live group hug. Heather, that's what we're here for. We're here to support
Yes.
everyone.
Just the
Uh,
same. You show up for us every single day, miss. Every day.
exactly.
We
Kiss.
appreciate
Keep
you
it
just the same.
simple. Keep it
Keep it
super
simple.
simple. Super simple. Um, what do we got here? Love this. I'm going to kiss it every day. I did that so much in the beginning. I've done my funnel over 6 times. Yeah, Courtney, let's just get you to launch, okay? Um, okay, let's move into it. So problem that you solved, since the poll question was answered in a way where you guys think that you have a pretty good handle on it, this is going to be a little different style of conversation. I'm going to throw it back at you guys a little bit and let's see. Let's see what it is. So, how did you guys determine, how did you figure out the problem that you wanted to solve? Just in the comments below, how did you guys figure out the problem you wanted to solve? And this is
Can
a
I
tough,
touch on that while we wait there, Scott?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Ashby. Go.
So how I kind of came into this was I hit this obstacle a couple of months back in my journey where it just brought me to a grinding halt, and that amongst a few other things I had going on in my life at that time, it just got to be too much, and I just put it off, and I said I'll look at this another time. And I came back to this platform early in January where I like with the same mission. I mean, I didn't do really content based around it, but I did come out and I knew going into this year, like I am going to do things differently this year. I'm beyond hell bent about figuring this out because I know there's a way, and I know it's just a matter of like at one point it's going to click with me, and then you put me in touch with Mike Gowans, and then that's when I started to kind of like, shit, this guy makes a lot of good points, and maybe it's not as complex as I thought. And I invested some time and energy and finances in myself to get to a point where I was like, this was right in front of my face when it all clicked, and I just had an aha moment, and I thought like that what this did for me is exactly what I want to do for a lot of folks that hit that same wall as I did. So it just kind of, it just sort of took off from there. But that's how I landed on it.
You know what's interesting? And I was going to bring this up in the discussion, but this is probably the right time given what you just said. How many people, and I know I'm asking a lot of questions tonight, but I just want to, like, I think this is a better experience for these topics today. But how many people below with a thumbs up or thumbs down, how many people below what they've decided their problem is that they want to solve is actually solving a problem that they faced once upon a time? So thumbs up if that's you, thumbs down if that's not you. So are you trying to help in a previous version of yourself? Is that the problem you're trying to solve? Thumbs up.
In my case, like a giant thumbs up. That's clearly where I've fallen.
And that's a quick hack to figuring out if someone like what the problem is they're trying to solve.
We're working it backwards.
Yeah. Oh, Mel says no. That's not her. That's interesting. But I'd say at least 80% of what people are usually doing, it's because it's a pain that they've overcome and they're emotionally tied to it and they want to help people work through that same pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? Just based on the poll results, I kind of want to jump forward. Why don't we start with the message, okay? Because I want to see if we can uncover something here. Yes, I found something that solved 7 of my problems. There you go. That's from Gerald.
Well, shit, Gerald. You're well on your way, brother.
Yeah. 7 of hymns. It's like the multiverse.
You better get a lot of different accounts and emails going, brother.
Yeah, this solves those same problems for others. Yeah, man. Okay, so we're going to jump ahead because I want to come back to solving the problem, but master your message. In the comment section below, and for anyone that's trying to do something else tonight, I'm going to be really annoying. But in the comment section below, tell me what your message is. Like type in below, what is your message? And I'm trying to drive out a couple of things here, but tell me what your message is. What is your message? Like if you guys remember the other night, I shared mine. So I help creators, new business owners and entrepreneurs go live to drive more traffic and collect more leads. We're going to annoy you right back. I have no doubt, Heather. I have no doubt. So what is your message? Type it below. And I'm going to challenge you guys that if you can't type your message, I'm challenging you guys that you might not know your problem well enough yet then.
They do very much coincide. I feel like once I got this clear, and it was incredibly easy, just through the help of Mike. Like when I spoke with a coach, he really, like, I was thinking this thing to death, really.
Oh, Bonnie's been through the gauntlet a bit. I know that Mike's challenged her before. I help parents understand special education in public schools. Good, Bonnie.
Yes.
But don't worry, I'll keep being mean on to Friday. Thanks, Heather. I'm silent because I don't yet know the problem I'm going to try and solve. Tamara, thank you. I appreciate the honesty and the transparency. Thank you.
And don't feel bad in saying that, because I was saying that for months and until it finally just came together.
This is probably a good opportunity to make you jealous, Ashby.
Oh shit. Well, how come? What did I do to you, man?
There's a good chance. There's a really good chance, like 90% chance, that I'm going to meet Tamara before you.
Why do you say this?
I was told today on my first day back at work that I have to be in Ottawa on March 20th. So I shot a picture of my Outlook calendar over to Tamara and said, "Hey, guess what?
You lucky little dog. You guys might have to go see a Sens game or something.
Just hang out. Just sit in her presence. I just wish she had a white couch like Oprah."
You can get them feet up there. Well, maybe I gotta come. Jeez, if it's gonna be a party in Ottawa, I'm coming.
Okay, so let's make sure. Okay, let's get back
too, yeah.
Let's get back on track. I know I just dropped a bomb there, but let's see your message. And if I don't see a message from you guys, I'm gonna challenge that you don't totally know what the problem is that you're solving yet. We got Gerald. I help turn marketing struggles into wins with proven hub-centric system. Okay, Gerald, this is where I'm going to challenge it a bit. Is will people know what that means? And like, your message just needs to be super simple. If there's one thing people take away from this conversation tonight with your message specifically, keep it as simple as you possibly can. And you can bolt on all the different fancy language later. But if someone, like the example that's always thrown is like, if you bump into someone in the elevator and they say, what do you do? You've got whatever amount of time to go from that floor to the next floor. What are you going to tell them? Because if you say hub-centric system, people probably are not going to know what that means, and you've lost them. So what is, in its simplest form, what is it? Courtney, man, I just derailed this live cast by saying I was going to Ottawa.
Everyone's jacked up for a party in Ottawa.
Yeah. Yes, keep it simple. I help unlock making online with my unique digital confidence mastery. Okay, Heather, same thing. Simple. So again, it very, like, I'm going to tell you guys mine again, and mine is not perfect, but there's no questioning what it is. I help entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators go live to drive more traffic and collect more leads. It's plain English, straight to the point. So I'm not sure if maybe you had a typo in there, because I'm not sure unlock making online.
She'd put making money online there.
Okay. With unique
affiliate marketing system.
With unique digital confidence mastery. By improving their confidence? Like, is that what we're talking about? Because the digital confidence is kind of what's tripping me up there a little bit. I feel we could hang out like longtime besties. Oh man, did I ever fuck things up here tonight? Affiliate marketing system. Okay, so where are we? Sorry, every time I try to read something, it jumps ahead on me, guys. Sorry. Gerald, do you think everyone's going to know what affiliate marketing is? And they might. I'm just trying to get you to think about it a little, like try to bring it as simple as you possibly can so everyone knows what you're talking about. Making money online. Okay, so if I scroll back up, I help unlock making money online with my unique digital confidence mastery. Okay, so Heather, just a mild tweak there. I help people make money online with my 7-step confidence mastery system. Do you see the difference there? There's no second guessing anymore. And I know it's a mild change, but it could make all the difference in their mind on how they understand you. Does that make sense? I help digital marketers create custom digital products. Okay. Are you helping, Mel, are you trying to get them to, are you trying to help them make money? Or are you trying to help them be happier? Just one thing to think about there. What is that? You know, we talked about in the niche, right? We talked about needs to fall into 3 main niches: health, wealth, or happiness. Because you can have the same person in the same interest doing any of the 3 in a lot of cases. But it helps to identify which of those 3 you're in, because your messaging is going to be different. Oh my God, no doubt about it. Oh, hanging out. I would say wealth. Okay, so let's go back to it, Mel. I help digital marketers make more money by showing them how to create custom digital products. Okay, does that make, Ashby, you with me? Or
absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, just say it, and then you can start kind of prettying up the language around the systems later down the road. But you just need to get super clear and simple on how you deliver your message, not by creating the products for them. Okay, showing them how to create it. I help digital marketers find secret traffic sources. Only revealed that to my students, though. Help digital marketers find secret traffic sources so that they can make more money.
Yeah.
Like the benefit needs to be in there, right? The 3 simple benefit, like the niches, right? Health, wealth, happiness. I meant by creating the products for them. Okay, sorry, Mal, I'm going back to I help digital marketers by creating custom digital products for them. So I help digital marketers make more money with my custom digital products. I'd have to play with that a little bit, but we're getting closer for sure. Like, I think just reading this, guys, and you guys, like, again, I want to be very careful here because this is not me trying to pick your guys' stuff apart. I really want to highlight the fact that if we think about us like 7 days ago, whoa, like I had conversations with a few of you on the chat here tonight, and I remember how confused and lost I was feeling just over 2 weeks ago. And I think a handful of you were feeling the same about a week ago. And now you guys are getting lit up and excited. We're just got to dial in that message so that when you're saying it on your lives, it's like, and you just feel the confidence. No one questions what the hell you're talking about because it's plain English, and you just start crushing it on all your lives. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to get out of you guys here? Why I'm trying to push on you? I hope you're not taking this the wrong way because I'm really...
Well, no, like going back just a couple of nights, Scott, it was like, you remember number 3 was unanimous when you had the green screen behind you, and number 3 was mastering your message. So a lot of people did come right out and say, like, this is a tricky area for a lot of people. And I think every time Mike goes into it on his lives, it seems to be like just the messaging. I think everybody's got the vision, but the messaging, it's just getting the words right and keeping it as simple as possible.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of times, like, this journey, you're constantly refining it too, right? Like, yeah. I wouldn't be so clear on my messaging if it wasn't for Jenna putting this idea out there for me to run with. Like, I would not be as clear as I am. So I understand where you guys are at. It's just, if you can get that so clear, it's going to make all the difference in the world for you. Not to mention, like, think about this. If you guys get into paid advertising, do you think it's clear to be very clear and direct with your messaging? If you're not, you're going to waste a ton of money, and your cost per click your cost per customer acquisition is going to skyrocket. So that's how much you got to spend to actually capture a customer. And then you can't go down that road. So, like, paid advertising won't even be an option for you. Okay, sorry, making money online. I help Courtney builder. I would say wealth. Okay, Mel, very clear. Okay, you're trying to help people make money, right? So don't be afraid to say that. Like, we don't need to pretty it up. Just say, I try to help digital marketers make more money by providing them with custom digital products. Done. Is that right? Not by creating products for them, helping them create it. Sorry, I've gone too far back in the comments because I don't know what's going on today, but it's bouncing up and down all over the place, and it's been a pain in the butt to read these. Sorry, guys.
That's why I don't even bother, man. I just leave that all with you, and then kind of, unfortunately, you're the administrator here, bud.
Okay, sorry, Heather. Did you see mine rewritten above? I think it's getting close. I don't know if I'm getting every comment in here either, because the last comment I have from you, Heather, is making money online. So do you mind just retyping that? Sorry. Yes, I do something few people do, so my goal is for people to know me for it. Yeah, and Gerald, you can get there, no problem. Um, can you give me a little bit? I know you said affiliate marketing. Is there something specific that makes you stand out from the rest? Um, Hola. Sorry, typing too fast. I would say, well, um, get it for sure. Totally understand. Constructive criticism. Okay, good. This is gold. No hard feelings here. Only help. Okay, awesome. Good. It's constructive criticism. I'm crying in the fetal position right now. I'm kidding, of course. It helps. Oh, Heather, God love you.
Yeah.
The answer is live topic on its own. Um, I'm not sure. I totally understand that comment, Gerald. I'm sorry. Okay. Um, so maybe just to help you guys, like this is kind of the format that I've used, and it'll keep it nice and simple for you guys, but your message should be a simple I help blank. So I help this person to blank get this result with my blank, which should be the solution that you're offering. Okay. So I help blank to blank with my blank. I help business owners, entrepreneurs, and creators to drive more traffic and collect more leads by going live. Or sometimes I switch the last two. So by going live to collect more leads, or sorry, drive more traffic and collect more leads. Okay. But I have an all-in-one system that solves 7 major marketing mistakes. I just So can you, Gerald, can you give me the I help blank to blank with my blank? Like I hear the with my blank with my all-in-one system that solves 7 major marketing mistakes. But who do you help and what are you helping them do? I heard a lady earlier say just go live even if you're talking to yourself to start. Do I agree? Bonnie, yes and no. um, if you start coming here regularly, I'm going to tell everyone to go live. But I also recognize that going live by yourself is not always the right answer for everyone. Um, I think this has been a great tool for me and Ashby to come on together, and we feed off of each other very well, and we have like very good complementary energy behind the camera. But I don't think I would necessarily tell absolutely everyone to just go live by yourself and struggle your way through it. It's not a bad experiment to go live by yourself just to see how it feels, put yourself out there, feel uncomfortable for a bit. But I want you to do what's going to help you show up every day. So if that's something like what we're doing here, where you have a co-host with you every time, do that. If you prefer showing up by yourself and just kind of having conversations and staying in the comments, do that. If you want to teach, like I still firmly believe in what Mike talks about, get up and teach people stuff because that's what's going to keep them coming back for more. And that's going to be your differentiator in the marketplace too. Your personality and the value you deliver on a consistent basis. Okay, that helped? Okay, do you guys want to try your I help blank to blank with my blank? Anyone want to throw it out there? Ashby, why don't you throw yours out?
Yeah, I help online entrepreneurs or aspiring digital marketers turn their passion into profits with my digital course. So I did struggle with this for a long time, and then one day it just clicked, and really truthfully for me, I kind of look at it as like 90% of what I'm here to do. It's just my true. It's the meaning behind every single thing that I do in my business.
Yeah. 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 And like, I won't spend too much more time here on this, guys, because we're getting almost to the last quarter of the live. But if you're struggling with your message, you probably got to go back and spend a little bit more time on your problem. That's how I was able to get so clear. And, I think personally, probably the best way to do that, and this is going to be a common thread, but it's community. It's having the right people around you that you can talk to about it and just work through it. Like, I know Ashby gets on the phone with a lot of you guys. I've been in DMs with you guys talking about stuff and whatever, and I'm sure you guys are supporting each other in your own way as well. Just bounce ideas off of each other. I think that's the best way to do this. The other thing you guys can do is, if there's someone else in the space doing something similar to what you want to do, like even if they're at a super high level, so you want to be a motivational speaker, go watch what Tony Robbins is doing. Go see what kind of offers he's making. Try to figure out what his message is, because his message is probably pretty simple in the grand scheme of things. And it's evolved. Like Tony Robbins, when I first stumbled across him, was like the pump you up and like feel good about yourself guy, right? Now he's talking about like money and investing and stuff like that. Like, he's evolved. He's a perfect example of what we were talking earlier about, is you don't need to be married to your initial idea. You can pivot, you can evolve. You're going to learn the process, so you can do it in any way that you want to in the future. But go find 5 people that are doing what you want to do and just start dissecting them. And what is the message that they continue to deliver? Build off of that. Some other things is just, like I said, get the feedback from people that you're close to, that you trust, that are going to tell you the truth. Like, I know one of the first lives I was ever on with Mike, he hammered on everyone that was on that live on this exact topic. What is the problem you solve, and what is your message? Like, tell me what it is. What is the problem you solve? And I was all over the place. I was like, oh, I want to, show blue collar people how to get out of work so that, they can spend more time with their family and friends. And he's like, nope. And he just kept coming back at me until I realized, I'm going to go to Tamara's comment earlier. I didn't know what problem I was trying to solve. I had no idea. And eventually it evolved into where I'm at today, thanks to, like I said, Jenna going to Mike's lives daily for, what's it been, 5-6 weeks now, and just listened and learned and taken it all in and crafted it and bashed it into a million pieces, started all over and kept coming back for more. But once you get clear on that, like I said the other night, like the last 2 weeks have been just a whirlwind, and it's just like full steam ahead, and just everything starts to fall into place. And it becomes your guiding light on what you're trying to create. So just let it shine the light for you, but you got to figure out what it is so it can do that for you. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. I can't even think of anything I would add to it, honestly. Just that if anybody is struggling in this regard, and you maybe don't want to put it out there on a public forum, reach out in DMs. I would be more than happy to kind of go over some of this stuff with you if it might help. But don't hesitate. Not that I'm the guru or the end all be all here. I just say, like, this is something that I recently worked through, and I kind of had a little cheat code that really helped me out quite a bit. And I just had to really beat it into my head to where anybody in the world, like you say, Scott, I kind of wanted to prepare myself for that elevator situation, that if somebody caught me off guard any day of the week on a Friday afternoon at 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just heading out of the office, and it's like, hey, what do you do for a living? And I just want to be able to confidently fire it off, right? So I think it's just, you read it over again, and literally every single, like right now I'm in the middle of building the course, and as I go through it, the more time I spend just devouring this, it becomes so clear, and again, I think it's just an overthinking.
Yeah. And it will be for most people, but you know
Well, I
what?
was
Like
there
I
for a
also
long, long time. I was that guy.
it
For months.
yeah, and it's tough, right? Like I remember feeling so discouraged when Mike kind of smashed me up that day,
Yeah,
but it made me so much better because I started to look at it differently. And I said this the other night, and I'm always very careful because I never want to. And I know it's a safe space in here, but I don't want to even say anything that's disrespectful to anyone that would not be on this live cast but are still in the space. But I firmly believe that these two things are the difference makers in the MRR space right now. Everyone thinks they have the exact same message, and they do have the exact same message, and they think they're all trying to solve the exact same problem. But that's not necessarily the case. And if you can think in a different way and look at it from a different perspective and solve a slightly different problem within the space, you are going to stand out from everything else. And
mm-hmm.
a large number of the people that are in the room right now have all come through that space to get to where we are today. And you guys know how everything seems so similar. The content, the messaging, the offers, the everything is just, it's boring. And it's the same thing everywhere right now. And I'm not saying your guys' content is boring. What I'm saying is recognize the fact that it's all the same right now and start looking at it same solution, but from a different perspective, trying to solve a different problem. And I'll throw this out here. And I've shared this before, but to me, one of the biggest struggles I had when I was going through the roadmap was, yeah, it's great that it has 250 to 300 modules of information, but it's overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
It is so overwhelming. And if I'm thinking that, then there's lots of people that think that. And if someone were to take that material, that knowledge, and package it differently, where it's more easily digestible, like a pocket coaching offer, where every day you're releasing one video for less than $1 a day, sharing the same information over time, but just in 10 to 15 minutes a day, where someone's not going to feel overwhelmed, but they're going to say, hey, I got to win. I can take that action today and I'm going to get another video tomorrow. Like that is something that the market does not offer right now. Simply Passive did that. But I also found, like, I shouldn't say, because I've never purchased Simply Passive, but I think there's still a space, like an opportunity in the market there for it.
We'll see that. I think a lot of these course creators are doing exactly what you're talking about, Scott, where they take like something like the roadmap, or whatever you want to refer to as one of the more dominant courses at the time, and then they say, oh, well, this one doesn't talk about faceless marketing, so it's just finding that gap that they feel like they can fill. So they take a lot of the content that was in a prior course and add on a couple different elements that they feel like are missing there, and now we have Simply Passive, or now we have Passive Profit Millionaire, right? Like I think all they're doing is finding that gap there and filling it, and boom, you got yourself a product that is not out there, right? So it doesn't have to be like this foreign thing. It can very much be something that is already done that is missing something. It could be something that is already done, but we're all in this world and we're all in this space because of time issues, right? So maybe a problem is already solved, but you have a way to make it 3, 4, 5, 10 hours faster. You better believe a lot of people are into that. A lot of businesses are into that. Like, does that make sense? Just
Like
that time saving.
even before inflation, we would pay almost twice as much for a bag of chips at 7-Eleven that you would have to pay at Sobeys because of the convenience. You could get it right away at 12 o'clock at night. You didn't have to wait till the next morning. Same idea. If you
Yeah.
can get it faster, you can charge probably more. We won't. We're going to market it, we're going to price it according to the market, but the demand will be there so much more on a product that can deliver on that promise that you're going to get the result quicker.
For sure.
Like
Yeah. So
when ebooks first came out, you had to pay 2 to 3, sometimes 10 times as much for something that you could get in a physical copy because the perception was the delivery method was so much quicker. You didn't have to go to the store, you didn't have to order it, wait for it to come. You had it immediately, and this perception of it, being so much more valuable because of that. People charged for that. Now it's like an ebook, you can get it for nothing. A lot of times they're just
yeah,
throw-ins or freebies because everyone's kind of gotten used to it and they know it's a dime a dozen. But um, yeah, it's you definitely pay for speed.
yeah, yeah. No, and there absolutely is a market for that. In regards to just time saving. It doesn't
Yeah.
always have to be this brand new idea. Just perfecting an idea that's already there. Tamara says she's got to run. Have a good night. I hope we didn't put you to sleep and drive you crazy. It's kind of been pretty quiet in here tonight. Is everybody like really
It
not
was
digging where we're?
it was a different energy for sure. Like it was more of a working session than it was like an information session. But I hope you
Yeah,
guys still, let us know if this is something that just didn't hit the mark because we definitely don't want it to be something that you guys are like, gnawing on my help statement. Yeah, Gerald, that's awesome. That's great,
yeah.
Courtney, because that's exactly what I want you guys to do is like think about it.
Yeah, our intention is not to put anyone to sleep here, so hopefully that's not the case here. Like I find value in this, but it always helps when y'all let us know kind of what you're feeling too. I could be 100 miles off like I normally am. That's just me.
Yeah, and you know what? Like this is probably, you know what else this is? This is probably another opportunity. Like, is there a custom GPT that could be created that would help people?
There
Like, could
absolutely
you?
is. Yeah, I'm staring at it right now. It's on my computer. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So
So
if anybody wants that, like would you like me to just share something like that right here, right now, Scott? Or what are your
if you
thoughts?
if you'd like to, sure.
Yeah, I'm all for it. So if you're to go into chat gpt, like this is something that can solve this for within 5 minutes for you if you're interested. So um, you can go into chat gpt 4 if you have access to that, and go ahead and give it a little blurb about what you do, right? Like for me it would be, I'm an online entrepreneur. I want to teach people that want to make money how to find their niche and how to monetize that. So um, when you go in and give some detail just like that, and then just build on that with chat gpt, and at the very bottom, once you're done kind of giving a little bit of an explanation as to what you do and who you're trying to help, um, you can type in, tell me what my marketing message is using this framework, and then colon, I help niche, in capital letters, niche, to solve this problem, in capital letters, with my unique method, in capital letters. So I help niche to solve this problem with my unique method. And I'm telling you, that will give you the framework without question, that the more you read it and truly, like, it'll just click to you. And I'm telling you, where you go from there is just everything just kind of falls into place. And just a tool if you want to give it a try. If you're still kind of struggling in this area, make a world of difference.
Yeah, no, that's a great tip. So hopefully everyone's listening to that. Just use the wizard to make it easier on yourself.
The wizard
Gerald
can,
said,
like, it's incredible what this thing can do. It honestly is incredible.
so Gerald's given us another shot. He says, I help marketers start their affiliate business in under a week and avoid big mistakes for easier earnings. You're a lot clearer now.
For
I think
sure.
there's still a little bit of tweaking there. Like just get super direct to the point. Like I help marketers start an affiliate marketing business to make more money in under a week with my, I think you said 7-step system.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The hub, something or other. So yeah, no, I think it's just about, like, a lot of people, yeah, that are in the business would truly understand where you're going with that, Gerald. But it's just about kind of dumbing it down for those of us that don't necessarily follow.
Yeah. But much better, Gerald. Like real,
For
like
sure.
much, like I know what you're talking about for sure now. Like I'm not questioning it. Okay, I know what you're saying, but we have a specific guarantee, and that's what it is. Okay. 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 Well,
Scott, maybe
we're
it's because you were working today, but generally you're a little more on the clock here. You haven't mentioned once.
the second poll.
Well, yeah.
We're not
Do we
going to
even
do the
have it?
second. We're not going to do the second poll. I do have one loaded, ready to go, but it's kind of irrelevant given the conversation, the way it went.
Okay.
But
Fair enough.
I think, like, to me personally, this is necessary. Like if I were to invite you guys all out to my house and we were going to do a weekend mastermind and we were going to start from the beginning to the end, and you guys have a business that you can run at the end of the weekend, we would spend probably the biggest piece of the pie on this stuff. The rest of it would just flow so much easier if you spent all your time right here. So Courtney, thank you for asking to go over this again tonight, because you could probably do this every week and everyone's still refining. No poll, buzzkill, says
I was just reading that. All right, Heather, you get your wish.
We are at 7 o'clock. So first off, thank you guys for coming again tonight. Thank you for coming an hour later. So maybe that's why Tamara needed to run, but appreciate you guys kind of seeing the time change and still showing up. And hopefully we didn't beat anyone up too much. And if you guys need any more help or you want to bounce some other ideas off your messaging or the problem you solve, please reach out to either one of us. We'd love to help you guys refine it and get it to where you want it to go. But with that, Ashby,
I can't stress that enough. Reach out if you got any questions. We're always in to help if we can, for sure.
And I'll try to fix this for tomorrow.
Fix all this. Look at all this mess and like tiny little me just sitting up here by myself.
Yeah. And testimonials, if you guys are willing to share some right after we beat them up. Hey, want to tell us how awesome we are.
Listen, I appreciate y'all, every single one of y'all that keep turning up, and like I hope we're having some fun here. I know we kind of get into some kind of more serious conversation and we end up with some crickets here, so I appreciate y'all, and hopefully it helps.
You know what we should do tomorrow to get them jacked back up, Ashby?
Let's do something. If you got something, share it with me.
We should talk about, like, we should be looking at, like, when's the right time to, like, if you're still in a job, how do you figure out what that number is to transition out of your job? Because
that's a really good one, and I think that's going to bring some energy, Yeah.
Let's do some. You guys want to do that tomorrow? Give me a thumbs up. I need some energy from you guys. I know I'm holding you after, but like I just feel bad now. Like, give me some of these or these something. You guys want to know like how to figure out the math, or you want to have some fun with math tomorrow? Yeah, that is really selling it too. Okay, let's just go.
All right, buddy.
It's my first day back to work. I swear to God, I'll show up better for you guys tomorrow.
No, listen, maybe we're all just being too critical here. Like I think everybody's having some fun and enjoying it too. We're just it's this is part of learning too. It's not always super exciting.
Okay. All right. Okay, get to work. You got a course to build.
Yeah, I got a ton of work to do. Yeah, you all have a great night and thanks again. Appreciate it.
See you guys.
Take care, Scott.
Bye.